Hi, I was just going to simulate the problem with my iPod, just give you a little demo what's wrong with this car. You can see here I've narrowed it down to Black Eyed Peas, and you see it's on song 35 of 68. It's being played right now, and what happens is you leave your car for just a minute and I'll show you the problems that happen. Whenever you come back to the car, it's never on that same thing. So sorry you can't see this, but it's pretty dark. I'm just showing you I'm using the standard BMW cord that came with the car. I've actually swapped that with my wife, who has a BMW as well, and a friend that has the exact same X5 as me. So I'm just going to simulate a quick walk away. Happens, you go to the gas station, you leave your car for 2 minutes, and everything resets. So you, instead of going back to the song it was on, you have to start all over again. So I have my computer up here. I could just show you some of the issues that happen. But first off, I'll show you on the computer. Here's my iTunes list. So I've used this and synced with multiple people's iTunes lists, but you can see I got over 3,000 songs, but it only syncs the ones that are checked on here. So what happens is when we go back to the car, 90% of the time, especially the longer away you are, it starts off showing all the songs that are checked. Abominations About a Girl, Abracadabra, Absolute, Aces High. It's going to start showing all those A's. So I took some screenshots. I mean, it does it almost every time. The most common thing is I go back to the car. Here's an example. It was on a playlist that has 50 songs on it. It was on song 50 when I was listening to it before. I leave the car for a minute. What happens is Abominations About a Girl, Abracadabra. It lists every single song. So the only way to resolve this is you have to go back and select all the artists again. And this is, you can see, just leaving the car for a minute. And basically it's such an ordeal to pick an artist, and narrow it down to a list. It essentially renders this thing useless. Now another thing it does a lot, but a lot less commonly. In this case I narrowed it down to all the Metallica. So I leave and I come back. There's 52 songs on this thing. You can see nothing's listed below. It should show a playlist of 52 songs. So the most common things it does is you come back from listening and it shows stuff that isn't even on that playlist or on what you selected it to. It just shows every single thing, and it does that 90% of the time. And occasionally you have little glitches like this where you come back and it shows nothing. So it's beyond an annoyance and something it just does absolutely all the time. So hold on a second, we're going to go downstairs. Okay, sorry to have to show you all that. I would have just popped it right in, but I wanted to get it on the first try, and if you do it within like 30 seconds, it doesn't always do that, but if you give it about 2 minutes, it almost always reverts to the issue. So I'm guessing it's been about 2 minutes. Probably good enough time. We'll start up the car. And you could see it now says 0 of 0, and it starts off showing all the A's. It's showing every single song on the iPod. Right? So that's it. That's what it always does. Now you see it's playing a different song, but when you go to play the next song, it's gonna show do one of these, and you can see now it's showing 68. So it's on the Black Eyed Peas, but it's showing every song on the iPod. There it is.